So, hi guys, let's get to our weekly trading recap or weekly trading review. Well, basically, I shared the setup that I had for the week with you guys. So, if you want to learn, you can learn from it and then probably see how I trade personally, right? So, this week was a week that taught us discipline, right? We only had few setups and we were disciplined enough not to force the market, but to wait to see what the market was presenting before we enter any market. Okay. There were minor setups here and there, but it was not really a good week. So the first trade that I had was on Volatility 25, which was a loss. It was a loss. Yeah. Of course, you know my strategy, a sweep of a buy side liquidity. So this is actually a lower high, and then you have a sweep like this, and then this is our structural point. So we're expecting price to come somewhere here, since price has taken out this high, and then price should give us a valid confirmation here, and this is supposed to be our take profit. This was a valid confirmation. This was a valid confirmation to go for a short. An evening star confirmation, but we ended up in a loss, right? And then we had another trade on Volatility 25, which was a win, but I didn't enter. This week was something else actually. I did not enter this trade. It was very painful. Okay, I got to understand price action way, later that this trade might actually go, but I didn't enter actually. So first, there was a tiny sweep here on the 5 minute time frame. Yes, let me remove this. Let me remove this so you can see very well. Okay, price action did elude to that extent again. But there was a tiny sweep here on the 5 minute time frame. You can use MT5 to check it somewhere around here. Yes, and then this is a structural point. So we're expecting price to take out our structural point and then give a valid confirmation. But price didn't do that. Price took out the liquidity above this high and then started playing out. Okay. There was no valid confirmation as here as well. Okay, because if you understand my strategy very well, you're supposed to know that I use the 5 minutes supply or demand zone to get my precise entries. So if I have my setup, I still go to the 5 minutes to get another confluence before I enter my trade. Okay, so in my 5 minute supply zone, there was no valid confirmation. So I just lost interest in the trade, but there was a 30 minute confirmation after the sweep, and it played out exceptionally well. Played out well, well, well. Although I didn't even share this trade because I felt it was low probability and all that, but still ended up playing out. Hmm. So still ended up playing out very, very well. You can see this was a very, very bad retracement, but if you understand my entry and exit, you're supposed to know that you're supposed to hold this trade for my students. I believe they know that, right? And then this was a perfect re-entry. This was a perfect re-entry, very, very perfect. That's why you do top-down analysis. The strength of you holding trades like this is on your top-down analysis. If you have a well-defined top-down analysis, you will not be in a hurry to close trades, right? Because you know obviously whether this trade is selling. It's as simple as that. If you want to watch how I do my top-down analysis, you can watch most of my weekly trading outlook and all that, or weekly trading insights, so you can see how I do my top down analysis for this V25 1x. V25 1x price is coming from somewhere here. and it's headed here, right? So you have to, look out for sales till price gets there. Okay. I can see something here, but let's see. Of course, I'll post my weekly trading insights where I give insights and then the trades that I'm looking out for to take, the trade that I'm looking for to take in the new week to you guys. So you can anticipate that. Well, I'm not really interested in this trade, so I won't actually share this. So wait for my weekly trading insight on Monday and then, watch out for the pairs I'm looking out for. And then wish you guys a profitable week ahead. You can use the weekend to study past price actions, and then enter the market with a new mindset, most especially if you had losses last week. Okay, so that when price, repeat same pattern, you will still end up in a loss. Okay, take for example this V25 wonders. I should have entered after this 30 minutes confirmation, but I was not sure about it, so I just have to leave it. Any setup that I'm not sure about, I just basically leave it because there's always another setup that will play out, but you have to learn from it so that next time it won't happen like that. That is the way you learn. And then try to do a good top down analysis so that you have confidence in your trade. This is also my strategy, a sweep, a break of structure. This is a structural point. But with my top down analysis, I know I will not enter for this buy, even with a valid confirmation. You can see a valid confirmation here. So we're supposed to go long, but you see that this didn't hold because from my top down analysis, V25 1X is basically selling. So I need to stick to the sell POIs. So learn a good top down analysis, practice from your losses that you took last week, review them and then enter the new week with a new mindset. For currency pairs, markets open soon, but for synthetic indices, we're still looking forward to, good setups and then place trade. But for now, the market is empty, right? The two pairs that I'm looking out for, or the two instruments that I'm looking out for, is just V50 and then V25 1X. Those are the two pairs that if I see a valid setup, I'll be willing to enter. But for now, I'm not seeing anything catchy. I'm not seeing anything that is good. So I basically just leave them. So stay locked in, practice, and then see you guys in the new week. You're welcome.